Hello everyone, welcome to Honara's Arts and Lifestyle channel. From this video onwards, I'll be publishing a series of videos related to my home tour. I request you all to please watch this video completely and the upcoming videos also completely, because it is not just a normal home tour that I'm going to show you. I will also be showing you lots and lots of ideas in terms of interior decoration, organizational tips, and also how to make your house child safe. Before starting today's video, I wanted to introduce you all to my other channel, Honara's Kids, which is a dedicated channel for the kids. What you're going to find on this channel is awesome storytelling related to Indian mythology, Indian festivals, Panchatantra, moral stories, etc. You will also find some great art tutorials, hobbies and activities for kids. If you have kids and would like to be a part of this channel, then please go to the YouTube app, search for Honara's Kids and press the subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the bell icon to get automatic notifications every time I publish a new video. I am staying in an apartment right now, and this house was actually purchased almost 1.5 years back. So there weren't too many things that I could do with the house except for, converting it internally. Okay, the external walls and the spaces and the Vastu and all was already decided. I will not be talking about Vastu in this particular video. So this is the entrance to my house. So as you can see, I've kept a lot of plants at the entrance, and in fact I love plants. So throughout my home tour video, you're going to find lots of plants, indoor plants, outdoor plants and varieties of it. Okay, I'll be making a separate video for the gardening, but right now this video is not about gardening, so that is why I'll not be telling you the types of plants that I have and all, or how to take care of them, but I'll be telling you about how to decorate the given area using plants and what type of pots you can use and all those. So as you can see, at the entrance I have kept 2 money plant pots. So in each one of these pots I have actually put some 3 to 4 money plants. Okay, and I have tied a string all the way till top and horizontal, and it is coming down. So the idea is that the money plants should be climbing on these strings and also go horizontally in such a way that this actually looks like a toran. So what happens when you're actually putting a mango leaf toran is that eventually it's going to dry out, right? So it doesn't look nice. So it's not possible to actually have greenery at the entrance of your house at all times. The only way in which you can do it is by growing plants. So this particular idea, I actually got it from a friend of mine who had implemented this in a very beautiful way, and here is a picture of it. So I don't know how many money plants he has put in here, but this just looks so beautiful. I don't know whether my plants will be able to grow like that, but this is the basic structure that I want at the entrance of my house. And my money plants are still in the growing stage. Okay, it's still not reached that place where it overlaps each other and it comes down. My mother is actually staying in an individual house wherein she has got a sit out area. Okay, and there is a long passage from the gate where people enter until the main door of the house. So she has actually decorated this particular area by putting lot of railings at the top, and she has actually spread some hanging flower plants over there. Okay, and these flower plants are real and they look absolutely beautiful. So this is how it looks, and you can also implement this kind of an idea in case if you have got an individual house. The plants have not actually spread throughout this particular railings in this particular photograph, because it actually depends on the season and the weather and all. But there is a particular period in a year wherein this actually spreads throughout this railing. Okay, so until the entrance of the door, this particular hanging flowers will be there, and it looks really stunning. Okay, so I suggest that in case if you have got a own house, then definitely do implement this particular idea. The reason why I have chosen money plant is because this area which is there at the entrance, there is no direct sunlight. Okay, and money plant being an indoor plant, it is much easier to actually maintain the plant and it doesn't die very easily. And the way in which I have actually taken care for this particular money plant is that I have kept the plates at the bottom of the pots. So even in case if there is overwatering situation, the water gets collected at the plates and later I can discard them. I purchased these pots from a gardener who comes to my house, and he had purchased it from some shop in Sarjapur. So I have no idea from where he got it. So I may not be able to give you the details of where I purchased these particular pots. So at the entrance I also have these kind of tulsi plants and some jade plants over here. So jade is considered very auspicious, or kind of a lucky plant. So these were purchased by my mom and gifted to me. Instead of having these kind of pots for the tulsi plants, I wanted to have a Brindavan. So here are some of the pictures of the Brindavan that I had really loved. So this particular design of Brindavan is the best that I have loved on the internet. This is actually made of sandstone. So they have taken this kind of a sandstone which is reddish in color, and they have actually carved on top of it. It is not made of clay or anything else. And I went to a lot of shops to actually inquire if they can do the similar kind, or if the similar kind of a Vrindavan is available. They all say that this is not a product which is being done in Karnataka, and this is something which is available in Jaipur and Rajasthan kind of areas. Okay. Unfortunately, I know one of the guys who had actually done a marble Vigraha for me. I'll be showing that marble Vigraha eventually. So this particular person is very trustworthy, and he can actually get this done and delivered from Jaipur directly to whichever part of India you are in. And these kind of Vrindavans will be very heavy. My Vigraha, which was just 2.5 feet in height, I think it weighed about somewhere between 200 to 300 kgs. So you can imagine this kind of a Vrindavan which is going to be like, 3 feet, 4 feet tall, how heavy it's going to be. So I don't think this kind of a Vrindavan will be ideal in case if you are having an apartment. But in case if you are having a own house, an independent house, and if you have got an area where you can keep a Vrindavan, and if you can afford it, then this will be the most beautiful Vrindavan that you can get it done. So here is the address of that particular person who can make this kind of a Vrindavan for you. So he gives very quality products, and he's too good. So eventually when I'm going to show you my marble Vigraha, I'll also be showing you some of his idols, some of the work that he has already done, and you'll be able to appreciate his work. So this guy is trustworthy in case if you want to approach for this. Now, apart from the sandstone, there are also Vrindavans which are made of granite and marble. Okay. So when it comes to marble, I have heard people saying that, okay, if it is a white marble, then it gets stained very easily and it is very difficult to maintain. The Brindavans that you have seen until now, these are all hand carved Brindavans, okay? But there are also Brindavans which are actually carved on the granite or marble, which are machine made. So all of the work that I'm going to show you now, they are all machine made, okay? They're all machine made carvings. So I had actually inquired at a few places for the granite Vrindavan. So here are some of the designs that I downloaded from the internet. And also one of my father's friend, he has a granite factory, okay, and they actually do these kind of Vrindavans. And we know this person personally, he is trustworthy. And in case if you want to buy a genuine Vrindavan which is made of granite, then you can actually connect with this person also. And here is a design for a granite mandir which this person has made, okay, and I think he has got lots of designs. I haven't inquired with him. So in case if you want, you can also connect with him for the Vrindavan. So as you enter my house, there is a very big iron gate, okay. So everything in my house, I actually wanted it to be unique. And I really love the idea of something called as Jali. Jali means it is a machine cutout design, okay. So you can actually get the designs cut out on a metal, or you can even get this cut out on a MDF or on any other wooden surface. Okay, So I wanted this kind of a jali to be implemented throughout my house, but unfortunately I couldn't do it for a lot of reasons. And I kept on insisting my interior designer that I want this particular metal door to have a jali concept. But what happens with the jali concept is that the metal that you're going to use will be thin. So that is why it doesn't give too much of sturdiness for the doors and all. And the main reason for installing an iron door at the entrance is because of safety. So that is why my interior designer, he actually suggested that we'll keep only a small portion of the door as a jali, but he has taken quite a thick material over here, okay, and the rest of the door he actually wanted to give these iron bars. The reason being that it also allows air and light to enter inside, okay. So this particular jali, I have installed it towards the left side of my door. So what happens with this is, the right side of the door is allowing the air and light to enter inside, but whereas the left side of the door is actually giving me privacy. So if anyone happens to come to my house and they want to peep inside, they won't be able to see the entrance of my house or the inside of my house. So they'll only be able to see the sit out or the veranda area. So this is how you can actually get your entrance door designed in case if you're planning to have one. And this particular door has been very useful because what happens during summer is when the house gets very hot, I tend to open my main door and I just close this particular iron door, and I can actually get the fresh air inside but without having to worry about the security. And even I can let my son actually play in this particular veranda in the sit out. By just closing this door, I don't have to worry that he is going to go outside and all. So that way this particular door becomes very useful. So in case if you have got a sit out or if you have got a small balcony at the entrance, you can get it closed like this, and this is going to be very useful. I have also placed this kind of a bag on this iron door so that whenever the milk person comes, he can actually drop the milk packets inside. And this kind of a big basket also helps in case if somebody wants to deliver the flowers or vegetables early in the morning, then they really don't have to disturb me. They can just drop it inside this basket and they can go. So this particular S-shaped hook and the basket, I purchased it from Amazon. So I'll leave a link for all of these things in the description box of the video. So as you enter inside, I have got a long shoe rack, okay, which is in the shape of a L. And also I have some drawers over here so that I can store some socks and shoe polish and things like that. And right opposite to the entrance, okay, you can see this particular wall which has got tiles on it. And the tiles that I have selected in this particular area is of autumn leaves, okay, and this is a textured tiles. So if I go very close to it, you'll be able to find the texture of it. It's a beautiful tile. But when we started exploring for the tiles, we actually found that there is something called as mural 3D tiles, okay, which are available. So what happens is you can either get a mural done inside your house and this is how it looks, okay, they'll do it on any wall that you want inside your house, or otherwise you can actually purchase the ready tiles which are available. So these kind of tiles will actually be a little expensive, but then they look really beautiful, okay. So we actually wanted to get this kind of a tile installed at the entrance, but then it was too late by the time we got to know about the existence of these tiles. But in case if you still have got time, or if you are still in the construction phase and you are actually looking for decorative items, then I suggest that you actually go for these kind of mural tiles. There are varieties of it available. You get these in antique finish, you get these in Egyptian styles, you get this like as if Buddha is sitting under a tree. There are so many things, so many designs which are available, and they look absolutely stunning, okay. So if you have got a hallway in your house and you don't know how to design your hallway, or if you have got an entrance like this and you don't know how to design the facing part of the entrance, then the mural 3D tiles are the ones that you should look for. So over here I have got lots of plants, but this area before used to look very pale, okay. This is how the area looked like for almost a year since I purchased this house. And I used to feel very sad looking at the entrance of my house. I wanted to make it very interesting. So that is when I actually added a lot of elements into this entrance. So I purchased these kind of ceramic bells and also this kind of a wall hanging. So I purchased these things from a shop called Arts Alaya, which is in HSR Layout, Bangalore. But I think you should be able to find these kind of items in any of the emporiums or in any of the handmade craft shop or clay shops and all. And right on top of this, I have actually put a Ganesha wall hanging, wherein Ganesha is actually playing music and he is dancing. And right below this area, which is actually a kind of a window, there are multiple elements over here. Okay, the first and the foremost thing is that I wanted this area to be child safe, because I knew that my husband will be traveling abroad most of the time and I had to stay alone with my child. It was absolutely important for me to make my house child safe. Okay, I didn't wanted my child to actually stand up on this particular window to peep and any of the accidents to happen. So that is why my husband made sure that we have these steel grills, okay, the horizontal bars which were installed, so that it allows the air and light to enter inside, but at the same time it gives a lot of safety for the entrance. So these kind of horizontal railings have actually added to the beauty, because the way in which I actually decorated this area earlier was by hanging pots like this. So I had two pots on the wall of the window, wherein I had actually put some hanging plants and it looked absolutely beautiful. And on these railings, I had actually hung some of the hanging pots with some beautiful plants like this. So these hanging pots are actually made of metal. So the moment I say metal, you will be asking me, will it not rust? It will rust over a period of time, but it doesn't rust that easily. I have been using these kind of pots for almost a year now. These pots actually have got holes at the bottom. So when you are going to water these kind of pots, you have to keep it down and you have to water it and let all the extra water go out, and then you will have to hang it up again. I suggest you don't directly put the plants onto these pots. So have a small plastic pots into which you actually put the soil and the plant, and these small plastic pots will have to be placed inside the hanging pots. And over here I have got a different type of a hanging pot. Okay, and as you can see, I have a very beautiful stand which is attached to the wall and a handmade rope to actually support the hanging pot. Okay, and I have this kind of a hanging pot which I purchased from Amazon. So all of these items that you are seeing over here, I've purchased it from Amazon. I'll be leaving the link for all of these items at the description box of the video. So there is a metal rope which is already given for these hanging pots, but then I didn't like it so much, so that is why I purchased this kind of a handmade rope. And this is absolutely beautiful, very sturdy, and it supports the plants and the pot really well. In case if you want to actually go for this kind of a hanging pot, there are certain things that you need to take care. First and the foremost thing is that don't make a hole in the outside pot. When I say outside pot, I'm actually referring to the red pot over here. And to place the plant, don't put the plant directly on this outer pot. Put it in another smaller pot, okay, and then place the smaller pot inside this pot. So the idea is a pot inside the pot. The reason being, in case if there is an overwatering situation, the extra water or the soil that comes out, it should not be dripping down, okay, and if it starts dripping down, it's going to make the wall dirty and the floor dirty. But if you actually put a pot inside a pot and if you don't make a hole at the outer pot, then all the water will get collected inside itself, and all you need to do is take a bucket near the pot and you will just have to tilt it to remove the water. So that way you can actually maintain the plants very well, and you can also make sure that nothing gets dirty. So I have actually put the money plants again over here. The reason being, this particular area doesn't get direct sunlight, and I have tried many plants and they just die. Now apart from these hanging plants, I have also kept a few plants on the shoe rack like this. Okay, because my shoe rack area was looking very pale as soon as I enter. That is why I have just kept a few plants, but at the same time I have retained enough place in case if any of us want to sit down. So this kind of an entrance for any house is very much essential. Okay, so sometimes we call it as a sit out area, and this is how it looks, and sometimes we also call it as a veranda. So whichever style you're actually going to implement, whether it is a sit out or whether it's a open balcony or whether it is going to be a veranda, it is very essential to have these areas in your house, and I'll tell you why. Okay, me and my parents had actually stayed in a lot of rented houses, and at one instance we actually moved into a house which had not just the sit out area, but it also had a small veranda inside the house. When I'm talking about a inside veranda, I'm actually talking about a small entrance hallway which connects the living room. And she used to always tell me that it is such a good idea to have a sit out or to have a small veranda inside the house, and I never understood the reason. But when I got married and we rented a house, and at that time I realized that that there are situations wherein we actually get some visitors to our house and we don't know whether we should be inviting them inside the house because we don't know who they are. Like for example, what happens in my father's house is that he gets a lots of guests, okay, and some of the guests they will be his students, and some of the guests are officials and so on. So we get really confused, we don't know who they are, so we don't know whether we should be inviting them inside the house or what should we do. Is there a place wherein we can actually tell them to sit and wait until my father comes out and greets them? So in all such situations, it is always useful to have a sit out area wherein you can request your guests to actually sit over there and wait until you realize whether you can actually invite them into your house. It also gives an additional advantage that in case if your living room is in a mess, then you can just request them to sit there for 2 minutes while you actually clean up your living space, and then you invite them into your house. And this particular entrance balcony which is there in my house has been of great help during this coronavirus time. So whichever items come from outside during this coronavirus time, I actually tend to leave it outside in this particular area, the entrance area, and I just lock my iron door, and the items actually stay on the shoe rack for almost like a day, and sometimes I actually sanitize it and take it inside. So it actually gives me a platform wherein I can sanitize all of my items even before it enters into my house. Okay, and in case if I'm too tired and I'm not in a mood to sanitize, I can just leave it in this particular area. I don't have to worry about it, and I can aram se go and sleep in the night, and the next day I can wake up and I can sanitize this. So in that way, having a sit out area or an entrance area where you can actually put some chairs or a sitting space will actually be very helpful. I know having this kind of an area will not be feasible for everyone, because some of you might be staying in a rented house, some of you might have purchased a apartment and all. But in case if you're actually building a new house, or in case if you're in the process of purchasing a house, then this is something that you can keep in mind. Okay, you will not know the importance of this particular area until you have it. So this is it about the entrance area of my house. The next video will have the home tour for the living room and the rest of the areas in my house. So I hope you have liked this video. If so, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get automatic notifications every time I release a new video. And also don't forget to watch the rest of the series of this home tour. Bye bye.